The film Kaalapani was the most ambitious film in director Priyadarshan's career. In one of his interviews, Priyadarshan described the film as 70% history and 30% fiction. One lesser known fact about Kaalapani is that Savarkar's book My Transportation for Life was one of the primary sources of the script of the film. The film starts with a note that it is based on historical events that took place in Andaman Islands during the early part of the century. The book, which was published in 1927, shows a tendency to tag both prisoners and jail wardens with Hindu or Muslim prefixes, and so does Priyadarshan in Kaalapani. All political prisoners had Muslim men as their wardens. The film won 4 national awards and 7 Kerala state awards. The film follows the life of a doctor who is wrongly convicted in a train bombing case. Though Dr. Govardhan is a fictional character, the film features some important historical figures in its narrative. Kaalapani is a film that primarily focuses on the problems faced by Hindu prisoners in jail. For instance, there is a scene where a group of Muslim prisoners try to attack Govardhan because he had helped a Hindu prisoner who allegedly made fellow Muslim prisoners eat pig meat. Also, there is another incident where a Brahmin was forced by a sadistic Mirza Khan to eat dead lizard. Subsequently, Lakhan's sacred thread is removed on Khan's orders, and later he was force-fed human excreta to break his fast. The redeeming feature is Amrish Puri, the inimitable actor with a menacing voice and remarkable screen presence. He walks tall in the prison, epitomizing the brutality and viciousness of British Raj. Although Priyadarshan has tried to be as realistic as possible, commercial elements deflect the film. Tabu, who plays Mohanlal's beloved, has only decoration value. So is the romance and a 50-year wait to be reunited with Mohanlal. The killing of Mukundan and the revenge extracted by Govardhan are reasonable enough, but they are not organic to the storyline. This gives the impression that the tragedy is forced. Even now, after a quarter century of its release, the film ignites debates in Malayalam film circles because of the socio-political narratives it offers and the portrayal of Savarkar. Savarkar noted in his book that British authorities in the jail favoured Muslim wardens over Hindu wardens. Not only did the Hindu wardens suffer in promotion and disfavour, but the Muslim wardens succeeded more and more in ousting them from their jobs and replacing by their Pathan brethren. For the Baluchi, the Sindhi and the Pathan prisoners had wardens belonging to their own legion, while the Hindu prisoners were systematically denied that favour, so that the Hindus suffered doubly. First from their fellow prisoners, the Muslims, and secondly from their Muslim warden. The Hindu prisoners and the Hindu wardens had a hell of their lives in that place. It may be interpreted that Savarkar in his book tries to set a good Muslim, bad Muslim binary. The Pathan, the Sindhis and Baluchi Muslims, with a few exceptions, were one and all cruel and unscrupulous persons and were full of fanatical hatred for Hindus. Savarkar's good Muslim, bad Muslim binary could be seen in Kaalapani. Kunju Muhammad Musliar, an aged Malayali Muslim prisoner played by Shankaradi, and Ahmad Kuti, a kind-hearted jail guard, again a Malayali Muslim, represent Priyadarshan's good Muslims, and Mirza Khan and Musa the traitor, played by Srinivasan, represent the bad Muslims. Convicted for rape, Musa is a converted Muslim and spy of Mirza Khan, and Mirza Khan uses him to ignite communal feelings among the prisoners. In order to understand the nuances behind the creation of this character, we need to go back to Savarkar. My Days for Transportation has a lengthy chapter on Savarkar's Shuddhi movement that was intended to reconvert Hindus who had become Muslims. According to Savarkar, there were forced conversions in the cellular jail. In the film, Srinivasan represents this process of alleged conversion in the jail. He tries to persuade Govardhan to convert to Islam. The movie begins with a young army officer in independent India undertaking a journey to find out the whereabouts of Govardhan Menon, played by Mohanlal. The movie unfolds as the army officer gets hold of a personal diary of Govardhan. The protagonist, Govardhan Menon, is a well-educated doctor who is in love with Parvathi, that is played by Tabu. Govardhan is a socially responsible doctor who enlightens people about Swadeshi movement and encourages them to boycott and burn British goods. The movie is filled with scenes imbued with patriotism. Govardhan gets informed about extremists planning to bomb a train. He tries to stop them but is perceived as an extremist by government and put into Kaalapani, also known as cellular jail. In the jail, he meets renowned freedom fighters like Veer Savarkar and Mukundan. Mukundan is a fictional character played by Prabhu. David Barry, the jailer Mirza Khan, played by Amrish Puri, who gruesomely tortures the inhabitants of the prison. Govardhan and Mukundan escapes from the prison and are caught by tribals in forest, but they soon get caught by Britishers again. Later, due to the efforts of a British doctor, government looks into the matter of torture and orders some people including Govardhan to be released. But the prisoners get murdered by David and Mirza, and Govardhan kills both of them. Govardhan was sentenced to death after this incident. All these years his lover Parvathi hopes for his return, and finally the army officer tells her a lie that he will return soon.